What is good? Tommy in the Hobby Hideout. Got a spicy new list as usual. This is a Synchron list. Before we get into the video, though, I'd like to shout out 037 Wolf. He is the Synchron god. He is always posting Synchron videos. Has a lot of different builds, a lot of different theories on them. I haven't really seen the adventure theory on his channel, but from what he's told me, it has been thought of before. I just thought that this is a really cool way to play the deck. And yeah, also shout out to him for doing the art on my mat, which is really cool. I'll put his link to his channel in the description, but he pretty much did the art on my mat for a meta mat. So I'll be showing that off when I get it in the mail for sure. But yeah, let's get into the list. Pretty much the reason I like Synchron so much is because my first competitive deck was Junk Synchron or Junk Doppel Plants in like 2012. So it's just cool to see how far the deck's come. Like the only same card that's the same in the deck is pretty much Junk Synchron. The whole deck is just now crazy turbo deck. But anyways, double Junk Synchron, like I said, the main idea is not to normal summon him and use the effect because that will turn off our adventure engine, but rather to either summon him off Overtake, or if you have to, absolutely have to, you can go Converter into Junk to get a speeder play, which is still a chain block speeder, so it's not terrible. The problem is, once you go Junk Synchron effect and you're going to draw your adventure engine off your librarian eventually, and it's going to be dead, which is not a huge deal. It's also cool that Converter can't be bestialed because it's Earth, but this card can be bestialed, and that's not good. But yeah, Converter is just really cool. Searches your Synchrons, your Stardust, your Jet, or Junk. Your main line is your Stardust line, which just with these level 1 extenders pretty much makes a speeder without using your normal summon effect, so you keep your adventure line, and it makes a protected speeder if you have the adventure package. So you're safe from bestials, you're safe from like nibs and imperms and anything really. It's an omni negate, so you pretty much just make a safe speeder, which is really, really good. It's something the deck I think was missing. But yeah, these level 1 extenders are also really cool just to draw throughout your combo through your librarian. The only one, like this one, you just have to normal summon that turn, you can special summon him. This one you have to control a tuner to special, and there's no real limits on these. You can have multiple of them out at the same time, same turn. This is the only one that has a slight limit where you can only control one at a time, which normally you think wouldn't really come up, but the problem is if you have like a Junk and 2 Jesters, sometimes you want to summon them both out to make a speeder play with the Junk while keeping your adventure line live. So I just played one just to minimize that risk. Also, there's not much room in the deck, so he's the one that made sense most to cut. Then you have Jet Synchron. Card's insane. You can actually make with the right token, you can make a speeder play with your Jet Synchron, which is chain blockable because of Jet Synchron, so that's super huge. Then I play the Cybers just because a lot of times you do use your Jet Synchron. Especially, you can also get Jet off of Overtake because I do play the Jet Warrior just because it has so much synergy with the right token. So a lot of times you do have to play, you do have to play the Cybers just to keep that level 1 tuner synchro in your deck. As far as the Junk Synchron goes, we have to play 2 as well just because you can overtake 1 to special it out, but then you have to have the other one in your deck for your speeder play. So yeah, that's why we run that. Also, if you have just a bare speeder, summoning 4 is really nice. Makes your combo a lot more explosive. You play the 1 Crow. Crow is just there to search off of your Cupid pitch mostly, but it's a really good searchable extender. You got to play at least 1. And then you have your Trail, just part of your Illumination Stardust package. Your Marimare. Marimare is so broken in the deck. It's literally a searchable Doppel Warrior that's just insane. You have to play 2 pretty much in case you draw 1. It sucks, but you got to, because if you draw 1 and you only play 1, your combo is literally dead. If you do draw 1, you can dump it with Converter, though, or you can dump it with Fateful Adventure. So, yeah, you still just have to play 2, though. Overtake, really good. Summons out your Jet Synchron or your Junk Synchron. And then you got Tuning, searches any of the Synchrons. So, a lot of good search power here. Your 1 Illumination, you got to play it. Rhoda, this is probably the most insane search card in the deck because this can get you into Junk Synchron, it can get you into Converter, which can search you into Stardust, or it can search your Boost Warrior, so get you to like any part of your engine you want. So Rhoda's like honestly goated in this deck. Same thing as goes with the Adventure package, just a crazy good engine, especially for synchro decks. Like, just the fact that you can put an Omni Negate up before your speeder kits, like, it just plays around so many things. Like I said before, like Bystials, Nib, like Valor, Emperor, anything. It's really good. You got the Foolish as well. Foolish just gets you your extra Enchantress or Jet Synchron if you have to, Converter for a Junk Synchron play. But yeah, the deck's really nice. And then for our layered interruption, we play the the 3 Valor and the 1 Ash Blossom. Pretty much Valor is the one that I decided to max out on. They're all tuners, as you noticed, to just have synergy with Junk Converter as another way to search your Synchrons. But Valor I maxed out on because it's not once per turn. Ash is once per turn, so I'm just playing the 1 of. These are pretty much cards you just want to draw off your Librarian to give you layered interruption while still being able to have synergy with Converter. That's why I don't play like Imperms and stuff, but there's also just not room. But the deck, as you can see, is just really focused on drawing combo and hopefully drawing a way to protect, like a protected version of your combo, like through hand traps, which the deck normally couldn't do before, I feel like. Going through the extra, I'm just going to go through just quickly just every single card. It's pretty standard extra. Like everything in here is pretty much mandatory. Baron, Crystal Wing, Omega, Yazi, Charge Warrior, Librarian, Junk Warrior, Speeder, Excel Synchron, Herald, Cupid Pitch, Martial Metal, Shaman, and Dragster, and Jet Warrior. Jet Warrior is definitely mandatory. The cards that I don't make is in the combo are like Excel Synchron. Like when I do the combo right during this video is Excel Synchron. Sometimes you end on Herald. I don't really know how often. I just kind of crash course this whole deck, so I don't know. I've never really played anyone. As you can see, the side deck's bare, but I would assume it's all going second cards pretty much because this deck just has Draco back and 4 hand traps. So like the deck can't go second at all, really. I'd have to assume. So yeah. But let's get into that combo video. So the combo pretty much ends on this, but I just reset it. But it was you can pause it there if you want to see what it ends on, but I'll show you right now. So pretty much you have to draw any way to get a speeder without using your normal summon effect, and then a way to the right package. So this combo it looks like a lot of cards because you need 3 cards here, but essentially you just need a way to make speeder without using your normal summon effect and an adventure card, which is pretty much what the deck's designed to do. So it's not that hard. You're gonna go get a token off right, normal summon your Stardust. See here, I use Fateful Adventure to search, which I shouldn't have done. I should have just waited to summon Speeder and then chain blocked with the Fateful Adventure, but we'll pretend like I did that way. Because now I search my Griffin and I discard Mare. It's okay. Summon Griffin, special this because we normal summon this turn, and now we make a Speeder. And this is where you chain block the Speeder, of course, and that essentially allows you to play through 2 hand traps. Like if they have Ash, I guess they would have Ash the Fateful. I don't know, but yeah, it's just another way to chain block while also having the Griffin live. You can summon out the boys. What's cool here too is like let's say they imperm you. You just Wandering Griffin Rider negate the imperm, and you can summon out your 4th Synchron. Which is cool because you have an extra spot on the field. Search Illumination off Stardust, activate Illumination, dump Trail, banish Illumination, make this a 5, synchro with the other 5 Speeder into Baron. Now we're going to go Stardust effect, bringing back Trail as well. Now we're going to make a Librarian with a Jet. We're going to get Jet effect. Jet's going to search you into a Converter here. Now we're going to synchro. I accidentally synchro with 2 tuners here. I'm going to fix it in a second. We make Yazi. We draw 1 off Librarian. And I realize I have to get rid of I have to banish the Trail because I used the wrong level 4 here. Then we go Baron to pop Yazi. Yazi effect engrave, summon out Mare. What's cool about this line is that you're going to make Librarian before you make Yazi, which is not a typical Synchron line that you get to do, which I just think is kind of cool because you have the extra bodies with the adventure stuff, so it just makes it kind of Kind of nice. You discard your converter for your jet, which is really free because you're going to get your converter back to shaman anyways, so it's a really free discard. Then you get to make a token with Mare, synchro off the token and the jet into the shaman. You want to go chainlink 1 shaman, chainlink 2 librarian. It's just a good habit to get into. It plays around like Bell and stuff, but also you could potentially draw another level 2 and special out more level 2s, even though we don't have room on our field right now. It's just something that could work, I feel like. Now we're summoning back we summon back our converter off of the shaman, synchro with the converter and the stardust into a charge, and now we're going to go chainlink 1 converter, chainlink 2 charge, chainlink 3 librarian. So we draw 2 and we get a special up, a junk synchron from our grave, or any tuner from our grave. And yeah, I just realized this is supposed to get banished because it left the field for the second time. Then we're going to sync into a crystal wing, draw off librarian again. Mare, make another token here. Synchro those into our Cupid pitch. Librarian and draw from the Cupid pitch. Mare, make another token. Cupid pitch is going to be a level 7 because we made it with a junk synchron, so we're going to make it gain 3 levels. Unfortunately, here we drew the crow, so we can't search it off the Cupid pitch, which is really unfortunate. But you still get to burn them off Cupid pitch, so it's still a nice little way to get burn damage in and time and stuff. You make Omega here, Librarian, and normally you would also get Cupid pitch, so we would have an additional card in hand, which is nice. Banish the Omega to make some room. Special the Crow, which we should have searched, and the Turbo Booster. Now, here's why this combo is a little cheeky. You do have to draw one of the level 1 extenders throughout the combo to make this work, but I don't know how else to do the combo, so if you have any ideas, definitely help me out with that. But you do play 7 of the extenders, so it's not hard to draw one of them off of your 10 draws from Librarian, so it's doable. Now you're going to synchro all those away into a level 7. You're going to make Dragster, draw again off Librarian. So we got rid of a card in their hand with Omega. We have 1 negate, 2 negates, 3 negates. So that's 4 interruptions with just our board. Well, Omega is technically another interruption that can't get Dark Ruler because we just ripped a card out of their hand. And then we have the layered interruption in the form of Ash and Veiler. So yeah, we have 8 cards in hand with a nice board, and we should have 9 cards in hand, but of course we drew the Claw, the Crow. So yeah, but the combo was pretty cool. It's a really fun deck. It's really fun going first and just messing around, freestyling with it. But this is just more of a set in stone combo that will pretty much always work. But again, if you have any ideas, definitely let me know. I will be doing a giveaway though. Let me get into that real quick before I end this video. So it's this playmat right here. It's the Access Code Talker playmat type of thing. It's still sealed. So on Saturday, I'll announce the winner. All you have to do is just comment on the video, anything you want. And I'll just pick a random one on Saturday, put my email. I'll put my email on the comment of the video, and yeah, just email me and I'll hook it up. But yeah, good shit. Tommy and the Hobby Hide out. Peace, boys and gals.